Dear partners, in the context of our investment proposal in Semana, I have the pleasure to interview Albert Reynaud, CEO and one of the co-founders of Semana. Welcome, Albert. How are you today?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, great. Thank you for being with us and looking forward to your answers in this short video. So Albert, can you tell us about your academic and professional background and also as well the motivation for launching Semana?
Yeah, sure. So I've got a business background. I've got a diploma from Paris Business School. For those who are from Spain, I also studied 2 years in ICADE, Universidad Pontificia Comillas, el programa E4. Then I worked straight out of university. I went to work for Google, where I worked for 4 years in sales in Dublin, and then went in London to work in partnerships in different Google products, especially Android, where I ended up leading the app developer relationship for Europe. Then I quit Google because I had the ambition to launch my own company. I did a first attempt launching an electric car subscription service in 2019. Didn't go through, unfortunately. We didn't manage to crack the model. And then I joined Entrepreneur First, which is an accelerator in Paris, where we launched Semana in 2020. Originally, we were focused on mobility-related challenges, but obviously everyone started being confined with COVID, and we realized that there was a much greater transformation that was happening, and everybody was going to work remotely, and we decided to pivot and focus on this amazing kind of challenge.
Okay, clear. And with Semana, what are the ways that you add value to your clients, and most importantly, what are the problems that you solve for them?
Yeah, sure. So as I just mentioned, COVID has had a considerable impact on the way work is organized. Working remotely, remote working is booming, obviously, and as a consequence, work is now more and more decentralized and distributed across multiple locations. And this is great because people collaborate, and workers get more comfort, flexibility, autonomy. But at the same time, it has raised a number of new challenges for these organizations that are just now having to answer the question of who is where. How do you make sure that people from the same team get to come and work and see each other? How do you put in place a remote policy? And all of this in a context where you have less and less office capacity, because obviously you're not going to keep all your office space, knowing that everybody's working remotely. So as a result, and to your question, Semana is an employee scheduling and space management system that allows companies to simply operate in hybrid mode.
Okay, super clear. And how does it work in terms of your business model?
Yeah, sure. So we are SaaS. So we charge a subscription fee, which is currently 2.5 euros per month and per user. However, we are planning soon to kind of get our business model to evolve, adding new modules. So we are going to stop charging integration fees and switch to like a run model where we can charge integrations 0.5 euros. And we're also going to add a new functionality, calendar and meeting room management, that is also going to be charged 1.5. So we're going to reach something around 4 euros as a standard pricing for all our features in the coming months.
Okay, so the 0.5 and 1.5 that you mentioned is per user per month, right?
Correct, yes.
For the additional services that you offer. Awesome, correct, yes. Great. And in terms of milestones, what have been the main ones you've achieved in the past and commercially or at other levels, and what will be the coming ones?
Yeah, sure. So currently the most important milestone is obviously our commercial traction. We currently have 83 clients generating a total of 21,000 accrued MRR. The good news is we nearly have 10K of additional MRR that are pre-booked, and that's for clients that are typically in free trial or in the process of launching, which is represent a total of nearly 30K MR of booked MR. Among our clients, we're very proud to have clients such as Galeries Lafayette, Foncia, United Credits, Le Monde, EcoVadis, TripAdvisor, MACSF, Le Bon Coin. And the clients I'm mentioning are clients that are all above 1,000 employees. So we're really proud to see that we started tackling startup of around 100, 200 employees, and now we're showing that we're gradually shifting towards bigger companies. Beyond our commercial traction, we're also proud to have established a number of partnerships, starting obviously with HR system. We've multiplied our integration and distribution partnership with HR systems such as PeopleSphere, Euresia, Luca, and we're also integrating with Workday, etc., etc. But we also deepening our integration with Google, Microsoft, and Slack. And the good news is starting this week, we have an integration with Google, Microsoft Teams. Sorry. To finish with our milestone, we have a team of 11 people, 3 founders, 4 full-time developers, 1 senior salesperson, and 3 interns working in marketing and sales. And to finish with that, I think one important aspect of our achievements is also the engagement we are generating on our platform. We're really proud of this. The metrics we're using is something called Wow Mao. So it's the ratio between the weekly and the monthly active users that basically show that out of all the people who are supposed to use Semana, 75% of them have done it in the past 7 days, which is very powerful for us because it shows that we have created a solution that people are using on a weekly basis. We have established ourselves as a kind of a go-to place for people every week.
Great. No, congrats for that. Really impressive. And I guess that's a good reason to look into Semana for Faraday and our members. Can you tell me what is the amount of capital that you're currently raising and what would you be doing with that capital once raised?
Sure. So we're currently looking at raising nearly 1 million euros of non-dilutive money. That should allow us, being a startup launched in France, to kind of leverage this capital to raise another 0.6 million of public dilutive subsidies. So the goals, the key goals or priority we have for that investment is obviously First is to rebalance our recruitment. What we've seen so far is we've underinvested in business resources. We only have 1 full-time salesperson. We want to rebalance that by hiring 1 senior marketing person and 2 full-time sales employees. As for product, we're also expecting to hire at least 1 additional developer. The priority for us will be to continue, obviously, building our platform, building features that drive even more engagements with deeper integration with calendars, and we expect to build the first hybrid doodle, also integration with meeting room management functionality that will help basically people organize themselves on a daily basis. But we also, on a product side, expect to go much further when it comes to integration and make our platform as open as possible. We've done it and we continue doing with HR system. We want to also allow additional services to plug into Semana, services such as co-working spaces, catering services, mobility services, etc., etc. Finally, smart building solution like sensors, display devices that we want to equip buildings with, also expect to plug into Semana. Last thing with our kind of a development, we want to start looking at international development. We are primarily a French kind of we have primarily French customers at the moment. We expect to start developing outside of France. The great news is that we have a product that is easily localizable outside of France. We already have a translated version of Semana in English and already have customers outside of France.
Okay, great. All nice perspectives. And to your understanding, what makes this opportunity particularly attractive for partners?
I mean, obviously, we have this what we think are really good traction and velocity figures. I mentioned it earlier. We managed to go like from 0 to 100 to nearly 100 clients in a bit more than a year, which is great. What we're seeing is that not only we have a product that is able to address a market need, a new market need, but we also, beyond that traction and this velocity, we think that we are surfing on a much greater opportunity, which is this change of paradigm, this transition towards hybrid work. We don't think that such transformation occur that frequently, and we're convinced that the world is going to become as a whole more and more hybrid, and it's going to impact all aspects of business, starting with space management, recruitment, mobility management. Everything is becoming hybrid, and we think that we are in a great place to kind of tackle and address this new market category. What we've built so far is a solution that is solving a problem, an urgent problem, that is organizing who is where and when. And we use that as a Trojan horse to get into your organization. And in the future, we think we have in a great position to build on additional services. I mentioned open platform kind of functionalities that allow us to plug in new services into Semana. We basically want to become the work assistant of organization that simply helps collaborators work better in a hybrid world.
The so-called operating system of employees, right?
I love that expression.
Great. No, thank you very much for all these answers. I guess we've rounded up. It was really nice to hear all your insights and what you have to say about Semana. We very much look forward to the next steps together with you and Semana and the entire team of Semana. I wish you a great day and see you soon.
Thank you very much to all, and hope to see you soon.